think this is a landmark event in our continuous pursuit to enhance our stakeholder management. I think in front here we have the ZAFCA, the Zambia Coaches Federation. Is it ZAFCA Association? Sorry. And I won't preempt what they are here to do, but I think on behalf of the FAS president, the FAS executive committee members, ZAFCA president, who's present here, ZAFCA executive committee members, FAS secretariat, members of the press, thank you for coming once again, and all protocols observed. I am very delighted to be part of this event. That marks another milestone in the growth of our game, like I hinted, in line with our continued enhanced stakeholder management. About a fortnight ago, ZAFCA, the Zambia Football Coaches Association, convened an extraordinary meeting, of which I was in attendance, where a number of progressive resolutions were passed. One of the resolutions that came out of the meeting was the introduction of license fees for coaches across all streams of our game. That's obviously the Zambian Premier League as well as the provincial leagues, cutting across the entire country of football. Expectedly, the pronouncement generated widespread debate from football stakeholders, which is healthy. I think it needs to be taken as part of feedback, ZAFCA. As far as we are happy that we were on the ground to fully appreciate the direction ZAFCA was taking. While we appreciate that it's a ZAFCA matter, we would urge the membership to support this progressive idea. It is going to be an important step towards professionalizing our coaching setup. Part of our efforts in professionalizing our coaching environment has pushed us to open a coaching school through an MOU, which we signed with the Croatian FA. This is one of the plans that we have, to establish a school of coaching for coaches. We have also opened doors for some of our coaches to be trained in foreign jurisdictions. We are sending some coaches to Morocco. As you know, we have an MOU with the Moroccan FA. And the coaches will be going for the CAF Pro license, among them Mr. Wedson Yorenda and Mr. Bruce Mwape, who's a Copper Queens national team coach, headed for the World Cup. The long-term desire is to have a coaching school take up this space. Finally, congratulations to ZAFCA for this initiative, and we will fully support it. Naturally, new ideas are not easily embraced, but we are hopeful that the coaching family will be different, and we also urge ZAFCA to fully engage the membership as they are implementing these new ideas. And you see, they say change is the only constant, and that constant is best handled through change management. So we wish you luck.
We are gathered here this morning to launch membership drive. We are standing here as ZAFCA, celebrating the working relationship that we have with our mother association. To begin with, like the GS Inted, they had provided us with office accommodation. From office accommodation, we had an annual general meeting. And from our emergency annual general meeting, now we are launching the membership drive. We have a memorandum of understanding between the two. And this item we are doing is part of the item and the function in our memorandum of understanding. We are revamping membership, which is now mandatory, in order to meet the cost of service of the association, the cost of organizing and administering the association, and to meet the association obligation to other bodies that it is affiliated to. The association requires members, as specified in the rules, to pay membership subscription annually. We're talking about our constitution. We've got our constitution on membership. We've got constitution on code of conduct. We've got constitution on the other bylaws, say finances and the like. So for now, I think we are emphasizing on the constitution, on membership, and the bylaw of membership, which was amended during our emergency annual general meeting. Because upon being availed with an office, we thought now we've got a home, and then we have to strengthen and clean up our coaching profession. Like what the GS alluded to in case, we need to respect our profession. Football is a career and coaching is part of the profession, and we are employed. So employment, that means we have to follow the guidelines set. We shall be bringing up a lot of courses, especially sourcing of courses is vested into the technical department under the TD, but ours is to bring up courses specifically in specific areas, like developing defenders, developing midfielders, improving attacking. Those are some of the courses that will be held internally from ZAFCA. And with the resources available to us through membership, I think we'll be able to bring in experts within and outside the borders. So with all this, we are just encouraging our coaches, as we speak, to be disciplined and to be exemplary in their dealings. And without an association, I think we've lost it. Now we're bringing everybody on board. Everybody has to be monitored in whatever they are doing, in their discipline, in their progress in education. It has to be done through association. So we need to have one entry so that we give enough feedback to the technical department. With all this said, we are here to launch our membership drive and specify the fees that were, I'm sure you got wind of the fees, we got wind of membership that we are asking for. As from this moment in time, I think we started on the 1st of January. Today is the 5th. Today is the 5th. We expected people to have already started paying. Those who haven't paid, I think we can give them a grace period of a week.
Like rats.
Like rats did. They did to us so we're giving them, the league is starting on Friday. So we're giving them a week grace period to honor. After next week, I think it's between the Mother Association and ourselves to be publishing coaches who are eligible to sit in the technical area. So we'll be doing that timely. We'll be doing that monthly so that we know. And if somebody feels like he cannot adhere to our demands, then he's not supposed to be coaching in Zambia. We've made this rule, and it was supported by the assembly, which is the highest body in the association, and we are here to launch our. I'm standing here to present the working document to the General Secretary first, so that they can support us in this journey that we've started. Membership fee for every coach across board is 300 kwacha. We've increased it by 100%. It used to be 150 all along. But mind you, coaching is not, what should I say? Charity. It's not charity, and it's personal. That's why there are these other courses coming up. So we are saying yes, to belong to ZAFCA, every person who calls himself a coach, who plays around the children, has to become a coach. Because we have to produce the role models, and we want to monitor whoever is playing with children, because if you lose them whilst they are young, then we lose everything. Yeah? So it's 300 across the board for whosoever calls himself a coach. It will also go to teachers as well, because that's where most of our underaged players come from.
Maybe that's a point of correction. We've only been allocated 2 slots, not 5. Yeah, we had wanted 5, but they only allocated 2 to us.
Yeah, so you read from the GS. We were looking at 5, and the 5 we knew from how our locals have performed. But we're also grateful if they've given us 2, and we know which is a good start. Bruce Mape has excelled through and through, and Watson is a promising, and has been competing with the rest of the world. And we cannot compete against the rest of the world if we don't upgrade ourselves, isn't it? Even in our advert, what we put in, we don't even put in CAF Pro, because there's nobody who's got a CAF Pro in Africa. The first one, it was experimental. There was one which was held in South Africa, which was discarded. So if there will be a CAF Pro, this will be a very first CAF Pro that will be there, which will be certified by CAF. So much so that even when the DGS, on behalf of the president, they're advertising for a job, it won't be UEFA Pro or UEFA A, it will be now CAF Pro. Because now we are saying our people have also gone a step ahead. So it's been unfortunate that our locals here, especially in Zambia, fine. In Africa, we are putting qualification of UEFA when we've got our own classification. Of course, we cannot compare a UEFA A or UEFA Pro to a CAF A or CAF Pro. That's different. You know how the Europeans love their standard and they look at competences. Here in Africa, yes, let's try. We can match them. I mean, we've seen in the World Cup, people are making French lineup as an African team. That's what we need. Even Mourinho, when he visited Nigeria, isn't it? He visited Nigeria, and what was the score? Let all the African play in Europe come and play in Africa. Because by so doing, then we shall improve the game technically. What we are missing is the technical aspect of the game and the technical understanding of the game. That's the thing that, other than that, you will see as we are getting to the end of the game, the other team who I don't know where they get the extra energy. Or what they do is they keep the ball, and for us, we are just running shadows, and in the end, they equalize. So 2 places, as the DGS the GS ZPL as clarified, is a good start. And we're happy with the people that have been chosen. Bruce has done very well, because it has to be the women team has to be all there in competition, and you've got Wetson in the senior men team, so he has to excel. So if the 2 of them they're at par, then all the gender, I'm sure all the gender will be balanced. So we're happy on the selection.